Hi guys, Scotty here with another DBZ Dokkan battle video for you. In this video we're going to be looking at the See Through It All Gogeta's Clone challenge event. So there's a couple of missions we're going to go through to get done here. The first mission being we're going to clear the event with every type of character, so AGL, Tech, Int, STR and Physical. We're going to just finish the event on Super 3 once. We're going to finish the event on Super 3 once without using an item, and you want to just finish on Super once as well to get the support memory. So we're going to go through and we're going to look at the Super 3 mission first. However, in order to do this event, we're going to need to show you how to identify the correct Gogeta to attack from his clones. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this team in. This team will get you through the event. This is the team that I'm going to recommend, but I'll have a timestamp to actually doing the mission for it. We are going to go through quickly now how to identify which Gogeta to attack. So what do I mean by that? You'll see here on the screen we have 5 enemies at the top that we are getting attacked by, Gogeta and his clones. Now one of those enemies is going to be the correct enemy to attack. If you attack the wrong enemy, they're going to take no damage, and it is pretty much death, because they will launch, it'll activate them basically, and they will launch a massive super attack that you will not be able to survive against you. So you need to choose the correct one. Now this one is pretty obvious. You can see that it is going to be the only portrait that is different to the others. So you see we've got 4 of the exact same, and there's a 5th that's different. Make sure you attack the 5th that's different. But, like for instance, this one is a little bit less obvious. So here you can see in this fight we have got 5 versions of Gogeta, and they're all the same portrait, they're all of the same typing, and we are struggling to figure out which one is which. You go through, I'm checking the sprite in the background to see if there's any obvious color changes, because it can be a belt color change. Now look at the text here, it's all aligned to the left. Now this text here, it's not aligned to the left and it's scrolling. Same with the next boss, scrolling text and not aligned, same with the next, and finally with the 5th one, same with him. So what we're going to do is we're always going to attack the odd one out. We're going to go and select the first one and start attacking him then, because he has got the only one that is left aligned text. So that is another thing you can be looking for. And here's just another one I actually encountered when filming my final mission here. Again, looks like there's almost no differences physically, so checking the sprite, checking typing, checking the portrait image, doesn't make any difference. But look here, we can see there's only 3 enemy skills on most of these. This one has 4, okay, but then the next one, again, we're missing one. We're missing the stun immunity. Okay, so it must be the one that has a stun immunity, and it is number 4 there. He's got 4 skills that he's got, enemy skills, and that is going to be the one that we are going to select. So just another one there. Here's another example where everything looks exactly the same and you're really not too sure who it is. Again, go hold down on each boss. We're going to check out each clone and see what is going on here. Now all of them, you see they've all got 4 enemy skills, but the 5th one here has a 5th, and that is he's going to seal all of your super attacks. So for your first turn, you have no super attacks, and he is the odd one out. We're going to select him, and that is Gogeta, that is the one you want to attack. So he can do a variety of things. I've got a few more listed on the left there. So like I said, a different portrait, different typing. He can be an STR when his others are int. He can seal super attacks, which I just showed you, scrolling text, which I've shown you, and he can apparently have a different color belt on his sprite, or different color sprite, the enemy that's attacking you at the back behind the key orbs there. I haven't seen that one, but I haven't done the event 100 times, so it might just be that I'm not seeing one. That's all the ways I know of that you can use to identify Gogeta. Now, you want to make sure that you're always attacking that Gogeta and nobody else. If you attack anyone else, you trigger pretty much the end of the event. The clones will start rapidly attacking you with ridiculous super attacks that you won't be able to survive. So make sure you are only attacking that Gogeta, and do not bring any form of AoE attacker at all. They will completely ruin this event for you. So Omega Shenron is completely out. You do not want any AoEs. This Gogeta starts hitting very, very hard as well. He will attack raise every time he attacks. So every time he is attacked, so he is gonna hit very, very hard. Okay, so now that you know how to actually identify Gogeta correctly, it is still not an easy fight. Identifying him is not even half the battle. It is like 5% of the battle, and then the rest he has like 1.2 billion health, something stupid like that. And yeah, he starts ramping up very quickly, so you cannot bring units that don't do any damage. You have to bring very hard hitting units, the latest units. So I would suggest to get mission 1 done, which is clearing without a support. I'm going to cover 2 missions, the clearing without support as well as the clearing with every typing, because the other missions are pretty easy. Just getting it done on super difficulty will be pretty easy, and just clearing it once on super 3 will be done through this mission anyway. So mission 1, clearing without a support. Bring a GT Heroes team like this. You're going to need the new Gogeta, who's going to be hitting very, very hard. I'm not saying there's no other team that you can bring, but almost saying that you just need a very, very hard hitting team. You could probably bring bring super bosses. I think they would get through this. They will get through this as well with the clones team and that. But without a support, the clones team actually might be quite difficult. So you'd need a fully stacked super bosses team and a bit of luck. But this team manages it. I don't want to say easily, because there are still some points you can get caught out, but relatively easily. With, I'd say they take it in their stride. So you're going to want to have the new Gogetas on rotation. They're going to be your leaders, and then you want to pair them up with the Super Saiyan 4 Goku that recently Super Easy-A'd, and you're going to want to pair your second rotation up with the 5 Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So those are going to be your rotations, and then you want to float everyone else off. That AGL Super Saiyan 4 is going to be a great floater. The new Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is a great float as well. They do very well in the 3rd slot there. And we are floating off SS3 as well. Now, one thing to note, and hopefully not skipping around too much in the video, because this is going to be, you need to note this, do not transform Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He is not, that is going to be a huge problem. Doing his transformation, it triggers something with the clones, and it causes a problem. They all start attacking you, so do not transform Super Saiyan 3. He's going to need to just stay in his base form, and that's okay. He's got very good chance to dodge. He's got a kit that's capable of dealing with the fact if he doesn't dodge, but he is going to be floated off, and you will beat the event pretty much before he becomes a liability later on. If not, just try again with it. But yeah, don't transform him. It does cause a problem with the clones all attacking you, which is hilarious, but not if you're trying to get it done. So yeah, this is how you do it. I would just, a couple more tips maybe, just make sure that you are hitting all the transformations whenever you can. Except for Super Saiyan 4, see if you can get the, sorry, when I say Super Saiyan 4, I mean the physical Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the duo there, Goku and Vegeta, before transforming. Try get them 2 turns of stacking if possible. You really want them to be at about 2 million defense when you transform them to Gogeta, because then they'll have like 2.5, 2.6 million defense, and they will be absolutely fine then once they've transformed. So you do want them to get at least 2 turns of stacking if you can. The first turn, you should be fine, unless unfortunately you get the super attack sealing. Get super attack sealed, that one, and they're on the first rotation. That is going to sap a lot of your defense, and they do need those supers. So yeah, try to get them some stacks. Insta pop all your other active, obviously excluding Super Saiyan 3. So pop the Int Gogeta one, pop the 2 AGL Gogeta ones. They will do massive damage and a massively super power like Gogeta, so that he just does so much damage in that turn, and that will get you through this event. Yeah. Most likely not too many issues, unless you can catch a stray superhero there that may be a problem, and if the event goes on a little bit long, maybe you don't have so many dupes in your characters, you might find that they start taking damage if the event goes on a little bit too long. But the Super Saiyan 4s, you have a lot of chance. There's so many chances here to actually just nullify super attacks. Like, it's hilarious on this team. Actually don't think there's I think Super Saiyan 3 is the only one, and he's got dodge. He is the only one who doesn't have a chance to counter and nullify a super attack. So this is really a hilarious team to do this with, because just unless you get unlucky, then it's hilarious, but not for you. So yeah, that's how you get the first mission done. Let's move on to the second mission. Okay, on to the second mission, where we need to clear the event with a unit of every type. This is the team I ended up using, and I would advise definitely don't try and do these 2 missions together. I would say focus on getting the no support item done with the previous team, the GT Bosses, or not GT Bosses, GT Heroes team, and then focus on doing this one with a Wheeze, because the biggest problem here, and maybe there's another team you can bring as well, I would just say this is easier too. The biggest problem with the super bosses is tech, I would say. So getting that tech unit in here is a bit of a problem. We don't have a great tech unit for this team. Now, of course, you could run a different team. You could maybe go and look at I looked at GT Heroes for this, but again, there really isn't a good tech unit for GT Heroes. You can't really run GT bosses either, because they are they've got Omega Shenron kind of leading them, and he does AoE attack. So yeah, I think this is probably your best bet, that Tech LR merge Zamasu there, and then I would say from your third turn, that is where Gogeta is going to start hitting quite hard. That is where you want to pop the Wheeze, and the rest of these units, you probably could do this without an item. It's just going to be such a slog. Why bother with it when you've already done it with the previous team? So pop it on the third, and your third and fourth turn you're pretty much invulnerable, and then pop it on the fifth turn again, and you do kind of need to kill him anyway by the seventh, because then he's going to just start getting out of hand with his damage. So there's a timer on this, regardless of whether you're using items or not. 7-8 turns, he's going to start, Gogeta's going to start getting out of hand and start doing a huge amount of damage to you. So the main thing is being able to do enough damage in this with your team, basically. So the STR LR Goku Black / Zamasu tags, they're essential for this team. They do a huge amount of damage, huge amount of support. The LR Int Goku Black there as well, he is going to just bring so much damage. He's probably your best damage dealer in this event, because he is just hitting like 80 million, 90 million with his temp boost. It's ridiculous. And then the rest as well, I mean, you've got the LR Int Merge Zamasu as well there, who is going to be putting up very big numbers as well. So our two rotations are very, very heavy, big damage. Your floats, one thing I do just want to say about your float is the physical clone. Do not forget to get a physical orb with a physical clone. He will be missing a huge chunk of damage reduction if you do not give him a physical orb. So just make sure you plan around that. You've got he's going to be floating, so you've always got not two turns to take, but 2 units in front of him that are going to get to take orbs. So try and position it so that he gets his orb. If you don't get a physical orb with him, it is going to be a problem. Even with a Wheeze up, he may struggle without that physical orb. But with that physical orb and with the Wheeze up, with how hard Gogeta's hitting and type disadvantage, and he's got guard with that physical orb, he should be absolutely fine, and he should get you through to the 6th or 7th turn. And that is pretty much all there is to it. Then you want to pop all of the active skills as soon as they come up. Both Goku Blacks, I would not switch into Zamasu. You're going to need the extra damage reduction on Goku Black, so don't swap into Zamasu, even though that is a damage reduction support. He will just die. You want to stay on Goku Black, pop the active on both of them, and then pop the LR Infusion Zamasu's one as well as soon as possible. All of the actives, just pop them as soon as you can. Lastly, I'll say if you are struggling with this one, it is a bit of a pain. You can get caught out, and the big thing is as well, you may, if you haven't been using these teams a ton, you may find that either your links are a bit low, or maybe you don't have so many dupes, or maybe you've got some dupes lying in your box you've forgotten about. Don't forget those. Don't forget the impact of equipment. Putting extra defensive equips and dodge equips and all of that on certain units. They do help quite a lot, so check your equips. Go definitely double check your links as well. Biggest, most important one is Big Bad Bosses. That thing, if it gets to level 10, there's no longer an HP requirement, and I mean that is a huge attack boost, attack and defense boost. So yeah, an additional 25% attack and defense is nothing to sniff at. So maybe go and check those things. There's just some extra tips just to help you guys get through if you are struggling with this one. But yeah, otherwise that is pretty much it. There's not too much more to it. Quite an interesting event, quite cool actually. Feels like they've been giving us a nice variety of content. I hope they keep doing stuff like this. It's very cool. And yeah, I think the rewards could have been a little bit better, but hey, you know what? It's a couple of stones and it's a fun event, so why not? But yeah, thank you if you've made it this far. I hope this has helped somebody, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.